All right, we're going to go ahead and continue on example 3. These are our 6-6 notes. I accidentally mislabeled them as 6-7, but they are for 6-6. And for example 3, we have to write an equation of a line that contains the point 6, 2 and is perpendicular to the line y equals negative 2x plus 7. So the first thing we have to do is remember what perpendicular slopes look like. In order for slopes to be perpendicular, they are the opposite reciprocal. So currently, in this equation here, my slope is a negative 2. It's my current slope. If I want to write a perpendicular line, I have to do the opposite reciprocal. So opposite would be, since this is a negative, mine's going to be positive. And then the reciprocal of 2 as a fraction is just 2 over 1. So the reciprocal would be 1 over 2. So my slope is going to be 1/2, and my point is the point 6, 2. So just like we do with parallel lines, since we are given a point and the slope, we're going to put this in point-slope form. So point-slope form is y minus y1 equals m times the quantity x minus x1. So y minus y1 is going to be y minus 2 equals m is 1/2 times the quantity x minus my x1 value is 6. So I'm putting it in point-slope form because I was given a point and slope. Now, because this equation is written in slope-intercept form, our answer should also be in slope-intercept form. So I want to go ahead and convert this to y equals mx plus b. So I have to use my distributive property first. I get 1/2 x minus 3. And then if I want to get y by itself, I've got to add the 2. Add the 2. And notice I'm keeping that 1/2 x and I'm adding the 2 to my other constant. And negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1. So my equation is right here. So we're going to do number 19 together, and then I'm going to have you pause the video and try number 21 on your own. So directions are the same. Find the slope of a line perpendicular. I highly recommend either circle or underline perpendicular or parallel, so you know what type of lines you're working with, to the graph of each equation. So the first thing is I want to know what is my slope. Well, my current slope is 2. And if I want to find the slope of a line perpendicular, that means I need the opposite reciprocal slope. So the opposite of a positive 2 would be negative. And then that is 2 over 1 as a fraction, so the reciprocal would be negative 1/2. And we weren't given a point here. We were just told to find the slope of a line perpendicular to the graph, so all we have to do is say what the slope would be. We don't actually have to write an equation. So go ahead and do number 21 on your own. And I'll just wait for a moment as you do so. And for number 21, my current slope is 7/5. So if I want a perpendicular line, I need to do the opposite. So that's positive, so mine will be negative. Reciprocal, 5/7 would be the slope of my new line. Now, on 25 and 27 here, we have to write an equation for a line that is perpendicular. So again, either circle or underline perpendicular to the given line and that passes through the given point. So this time, not only do we have to find the slope, but we also have to use the point to write a new equation. So for number 25, I want you to go ahead right now and circle the current slope. What is the slope in y equals 2x plus 7? And I hope you circled the 2. The current slope is 2. So if I want to write a line that's perpendicular, go ahead and write m equals. And I want you to go ahead and write the slope for a line perpendicular. And for perpendicular lines, we have to do the opposite, so it'll be negative. And the reciprocal of 2 over 1 would be 1 over 2. So this is my new slope. I'm given a point. I'm given the slope. So I'm going to start by putting it in point slope form. So I have y minus y1 equals m times the quantity x minus x1. Go ahead and take this point and this slope and substitute the appropriate numbers in. So instead of y minus y1, I hope that you wrote y minus 0. Instead of m, I hope that you wrote negative a half. And instead of x minus x1, I hope you wrote x minus 0. Now, since this equation is in slope-intercept form, we want to convert this to slope-intercept. Y minus 0 is just y. If I were to distribute my 1/2 or my negative a half to my parentheses, I would get negative 1/2 x. And then a half times 0 is just 0. So if you wanted to write plus 0, you could. But typically, like on the PSAT, SAT, you're just going to see that equation written like this. Y equals negative a half x. So what I'd like you to do right now is go ahead and pause the video. I want you to complete number 27 on your own and then press play to hear me go over the response. All right, so for question number 27, my current slope is this negative 1/3. So if I want a perpendicular line, I have to do the opposite. So instead of negative, I'm going to do positive. Reciprocal, instead of 1/3, I'm going to do, I could write 3 over 1. But really, I don't have to write the 3 over 1. We just like to write our whole number 3. So my slope is going to be 3. We are given a point. We are given the slope. So we're going to put this in point slope form. Instead of y minus y1, I'm going to do y minus 2 equals m. My slope is 3 times the quantity x minus x1 is 4. And then again, since this is in slope-intercept form, I need to convert my point slope form to slope-intercept form. In order to add that 2, I have to distribute first. And then after I apply the distributive property, I can go ahead and add 2. Y is equal to 3x minus 10 should be your equation here.